A 73-year-old man was found lifeless in his bedroom. No heart attack, no stroke, just a routine act turned fatal. Masturbation, what he'd done safely for decades, ended in tragedy that night. I'm Dr. James Carter, a men's health specialist with over 25 years of experience guiding older men to preserve their vitality, circulation, and sexual confidence. I've worked with veterans, business leaders, and everyday grandfathers from all walks of life, and I'm here to share a truth many doctors shy away from. After 70, habits that once felt harmless can become dangerous. Your body now responds differently to even the most familiar routines. In this video, I'll expose 4 silent mistakes men over 70 make during masturbation that quietly harm their heart, restrict blood vessels, and erode their strength. More importantly, I'll show you practical steps to avoid these risks and protect your health, safety, and dignity. Don't skip ahead. Mistake 3 is one nearly every man overlooks, and it's the most likely to send you to the emergency room. Before we begin, subscribe and hit the bell for health insights crafted for men in their 70s and beyond. If this resonates, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to help me tailor content to your needs. Let's dive into the first mistake, one that's silently taxing your body in ways you may not realize. Mistake 1. Masturbating when exhausted or physically weak. It feels like a natural choice. After a long day, a restless night, or a tiring task like mowing the lawn or walking the dog, you're drained, maybe a bit sore, but you think a quick release might ease you into sleep. It seems harmless, even comforting. But here's a truth rarely spoken. Masturbation, even in private, places significant physical demands on your body, and after 70, those demands can hit harder than ever. Aging changes your cardiovascular system. Your heart pumps less efficiently, arteries lose flexibility, and blood pressure becomes less stable. When you're fatigued, dehydrated, or low on energy, your body is already under strain. Adding the heart rate spike, muscle tension, and increased blood flow demands of masturbation can push your system into risky territory. I've worked with men who felt dizzy, breathless, or experienced chest tightness after such moments, unaware of the connection. One patient, a 75-year-old retiree named Frank, fainted after masturbating following a day of heavy gardening. He was otherwise healthy, but his depleted body couldn't handle the extra stress, leading to an emergency. Fatigue impairs your body's ability to regulate blood pressure, raising the risk of postural hypotension, a sudden drop after orgasm that can cause fainting, falls, or heart complications. Over time, this habit chips away at your resilience, strains your cardiovascular system, and undermines your confidence. To avoid this, choose moments when you're rested, hydrated, and nourished. Listen to your body's energy levels. Opt for ease, not exhaustion. Frank started waiting until mornings when he felt refreshed, and his experiences became safer and more fulfilling. This small shift can protect your longevity and make intimacy a source of strength, not risk. Mistake 2. Rushing the act without mindfulness or presence. For many men over 70, masturbation becomes a mechanical routine, performed quickly, almost in secrecy, as if it's something to hide or be ashamed of. Decades of societal stigma, religious guilt, or the belief that older men shouldn't prioritize intimacy can build a quiet wall of discomfort. Instead of embracing the act with care, men rush through it, treating it like a chore to check off rather than a meaningful moment of connection with themselves. This hurried approach causes more harm than you might think. Rushing keeps your nervous system in a state of tension, triggering a mild fight-or-flight response. Your breathing becomes shallow, muscles tighten, blood vessels constrict, and your heart and prostate face unnecessary stress. Over time, this reduces blood flow to the penis, leading to weaker erections, diminished sensitivity, and a sense of emotional disconnection. Men often feel empty, frustrated, or even irritated afterward, not realizing the lack of presence is the root cause. I worked with John, a 72-year-old widower, who described feeling numb after his rushed routine. When he slowed down, focusing on deep breaths and staying present, his erections strengthened, his anxiety eased, and he felt more connected to himself. Rushing isn't just a physical issue, it's emotional neglect. Ask yourself, are you hurrying out of shame, habit, or fear of being caught? You deserve to approach this act with intention. Take a moment to breathe deeply, relax your body, and be fully present. John found that setting a calm environment, dim lights, a comfortable chair transformed the experience into one of self-care. Your body still craves connection, but it needs your attention, not pressure. The next mistake, however, puts your physical safety in jeopardy in ways you might not expect. Mistake 3. Masturbating in unsafe or unstable positions. Most men don't pause to consider where or how they masturbate. It's a habit, often unchanged for decades. Standing in the shower, leaning over a sink, or perched precariously on a bed's edge feels familiar. But after 70, these positions can be surprisingly dangerous. Aging affects balance, muscle strength, reaction time, and blood pressure stability. When you masturbate standing, especially in slippery or confined spaces like a bathroom, you're in a vulnerable state. Blood flow shifts rapidly, your heart rate climbs, and post-orgasm blood pressure drops can trigger fainting or falls. I recall Tom, a 77-year-old patient, who slipped in his shower after masturbating. The combination of steam, standing, and a sudden drop in pressure caused him to fall, fracturing his wrist and costing him months of independence. Even without dramatic accidents, awkward positions strain your lower back, pelvic floor, or leg muscles, leading to chronic discomfort or nerve compression that can make intimacy less enjoyable over time. Tom's story isn't unique. I've seen men with bruised hips, strained backs, or worse, all from habits they never questioned. Sitting comfortably with your feet grounded and back supported reduces these risks, improves blood flow, and fosters a sense of calm. After his fall, Tom switched to a cushioned chair in his bedroom, saying, "It feels safer, like I'm respecting my body." Create a secure environment, dim the lights, use a stable seat, and ensure you're not at risk of slipping or falling. This isn't just practical, it's an act of dignity, reflecting care for your body's needs. If you're still with me, type 1 in the comments to stay on this journey. The final mistake is about ignoring the quiet signals your body sends, signals that could save you from bigger problems. Mistake 4. Ignoring changes in sensation or sexual function. As men age, subtle shifts in sexual response often go unnoticed or dismissed. Slower arousal, weaker or less predictable erections, longer time to reach orgasm, or sensations that feel less intense. Many men chalk these up to just getting older and accept them quietly, believing there's no alternative. But ignoring these changes is one of the most costly mistakes you can make. These aren't random or inevitable. They're your body's early warning signs, pointing to potential issues like reduced circulation, hormonal imbalances, nerve damage, or early prostate conditions. Brushing them off risks letting these issues worsen, sometimes silently and irreversibly. I've worked with men who delayed seeking help until minor issues escalated into full erectile dysfunction, chronic pelvic pain, or prostate complications like benign prostatic hyperplasia. In rare cases, something more serious. George, a 74-year-old patient, noticed weaker sensations and occasional urinary hesitation, but dismissed them for years, assuming they were normal. When he finally consulted me, we caught early prostate enlargement, manageable with diet changes and medical guidance. Had he waited longer, the outcome could have been different. Changes in arousal, ejaculation patterns, or urinary function are your body's whispers before it screams with major issues. Shame or embarrassment often keeps men silent, leading to withdrawal, lost confidence, and strained intimacy. Acting early through a doctor's visit, blood work, or lifestyle tweak scan reverse or manage many conditions. George adopted a plant-based diet and light exercise, regaining strength and confidence. Your body has carried you for decades. It deserves your attention when it signals distress. Don't ignore the whispers. They're your chance to protect your health and connection. Turning it around, practical steps for safer intimacy. Knowledge alone isn't enough. Action is what changes your life. Start by assessing your routine. Are you masturbating when exhausted? Rushing out of habit? Using unsafe positions? Ignoring body signals? Commit to one change this week. Choose rested, hydrated moments for intimacy, perhaps mornings after a good breakfast. Slow down, breathe deeply, and create a calm space of soft lighting, a comfortable seat. Be present. Always sit securely, with your back supported and feet grounded to avoid falls. If you notice changes in sensation or function, don't wait. Schedule a checkup with a men's health specialist. Small lifestyle shifts, like better hydration, a nutrient-rich diet, or gentle stretches, can boost circulation and resilience. One patient, a 71-year-old retired teacher, started sitting during his routine and added leafy greens to his meals. Within weeks, he felt stronger and more at ease. Another, a 76-year-old grandfather, sought help for urinary changes, catching a treatable condition early. These steps aren't about restriction, they're about honoring your body's needs with wisdom. Conclusion: reclaim your vitality with intention and care. These 4 mistakes: masturbating when exhausted, rushing without mindfulness, using unsafe positions, and ignoring body signals aren't isolated errors. They reflect a deeper reality many men over 70 face: intimacy hurried, safety neglected, and needs dismissed. Aging doesn't diminish your value or desire. It demands greater wisdom, presence, and care. You hold the power to make choices that protect your heart, circulation, and confidence. Stop telling yourself, "I'm fine," when habits drain you. Choose rested moments, embrace mindfulness, prioritize safety, and listen to your body's signals. These aren't sacrifices, they're acts of respect, reclaiming pleasure on your terms. I've seen men like John find peace through presence, Tom regain safety through simple changes, and George restore health by acting early. Your goal isn't just to age, but to live fully, with strength, dignity, and connection. Take one step today. Adjust your routine, talk to a doctor, or acknowledge your needs matter. Type 1 in the comments if you're ready to honor your health. Subscribe and share to break the silence around aging and intimacy. Support this channel with a small donation, insert link, to keep these insights free. You're not alone. Your best years can still shine with intention and care.